Hey everybody, it's your girl DZ. I've been MIA for a couple weeks, but I'm here. I'm doing good. I'm gonna have to come back later with an update about my class. Pretty much we left off writing our old stories, and then we started writing our new stories, and then class was over. So I'll give a more detailed update about that later. But I do have good news. I have a surgery date. I have the rest of my pre-op appointments scheduled. I even have follow-up appointments scheduled. So I'm all scheduled up. I will not be having surgery until December. And that was my choice. Just simply because of work, and you know, I don't want to stress myself out, because the more time I take off of work, that I have kids there, the more stress it is on me to make lesson plans and deal with what happens when there's a sub and all of that good stuff. So I am scheduled in December. So yeah, that's exciting. The other update I wanted to make was that I have since flip-flopped. At first I was all super gung-ho, like lap band, yeah! But I've since changed my mind, and I'm totally cool with that. I'm gonna get gastric bypass, and that's, you know, that was an unexpected change on my part, but it's okay because it makes sense to me. After doing research, after talking to a lot of people, I've decided that that's the right choice for me. And, you know, just talking with the nurse practitioner and a bunch of people, you know, they said some things that really, you know, made me think, made me consider. Not that they're making me get gastric bypass. They're not making me do anything. But it's what's right for me. And I think, you know, as I was thinking about it, you know, for me, part of the reason why I think I wanted lap band was because I wanted to be able to still eat sugar and not get sick. And the more I thought about that, you know, the more I thought that, you know, there's no point in me doing this if I'm just gonna do something and already think about, like, how I can cheat, per se. And I wasn't thinking of it in, like, a cheating manner. I was just thinking of it like, oh, I really like sweet things. Well, sweet things is what got me to where I am today. So, you know, kind of having that negative feedback associated with gastric bypass, I think will help me. Not that I'm gonna, you know, look to get sick or make myself sick or anything like that, but I think, you know, just knowing that I would have that negative consequence if I ate something that wasn't necessarily the best choice for me, I think that's what I need. And if I'm gonna go through this process, if I'm gonna have surgery, then that's what's right for me. So yeah, that was a long road. I think over the past few weeks I've been, you know, spending more and more time, like, by myself, but like reflecting on what I need, you know, in terms of what's going on in my life. And I don't think that's a bad thing. I think it's a good thing. I'm pretty sure over the summer I got pretty bummed out about my weight, because I was the highest I've ever weighed over the summer. I don't remember if I told you guys that yet. But, so I think, you know, in the past month or two, I've been kind of pulling myself out of that funk. And so, you know, I think I'm coming to the realization that, you know, I'm doing this to help myself, you know, and I'm doing this for me. And, like, I've had a couple thoughts about, like, oh, you know, you're being selfish. It's just selfish, you know. But I have to take care of myself at some point. Because if I don't take care of myself, or if I don't care about myself, nobody else ever will. So, you know, I'm doing good. You know, making some changes, feeling pretty good. This past week was super busy, but I'm doing good. Yeah, that feels good. So yeah, next month, like week before last, when all this stuff started getting scheduled, I got super nervous. I was like, oh my goodness, everything's happening so fast now. Like, it was nothing, and then now everything. Oh my gosh. But that kind of intensity has since calmed down. This past week on Tuesday, they had friends and family night at the hospital. And so that was kind of interesting. My parents went, and I went with them, and so that was cool. It felt good to have their support. And, you know, kind of out of that was the kind of first request that I made of them, because they talked about, you know, like people slipping into depression or whatever after they have surgery. And you know, like, I turned to my dad and I was like, you can't let me get dressed. And then, you know, he just started talking about, you know what, well, you know, we're going to make sure you're moving, making sure you're getting outside, you know, making sure you're eating what you're supposed to eat, you know, and, you know, just making sure you're feeling good, because there's no reason to get depressed, but, you know, it happens, so we'll be watching out for you. So that was really cool, because that was the first, like, specific request I made, because, I mean, we had talked about, you know, not making family events all about eating and things like that before, but, you know, that was the first, like, flat out thing that I said, please don't let me get depressed, or please, you know, help me out if I look like I'm getting depressed. So that was cool, because, I mean, I've never been, like, clinically treated for depression ever, but, you know, people need to talk about stuff sometimes, and you know, everybody needs to talk about something. You know, it doesn't mean you're depressed or anything's wrong with you. You just need to talk, you know. So that was really cool. My mom was impressed that I knew pretty much what they presented on. And I think that puts especially my mom at ease, because she'll ask me questions and I'll have answers for her. And there's been like maybe 1 or 2 times when I didn't have an answer for her, but then like a day or 2 later I did. So I think that's kind of, you know, my mom's feeling really proud of me and really supportive of me, because I put in the work to understand what's going on and what's going to be happening to me. And so, you know, she said, you know, she's proud of me and that I'm being really brave. And, you know, at first I didn't really think of it that way. You know, I just thought, you know, I'm kind of sick of being fat. I'm kind of sick of being uncomfortable all the time. And I'd kind of like that to go away. Okay, thanks. All right. But yeah, so that was kind of cool, because we had a conversation about that earlier this week too. So yeah, just chilling, taking care of myself, trying not to stress because of work, all that kind of good stuff. Thank you very much to all my new subscribers. Hi, how you doing? I just tried to subscribe to a bunch of people who are either about to have surgery or who just had surgery. I'll be joining you guys in a few weeks. Okay, more like a month and a half or something. Maybe 2 months. Whatever. It's coming. I'll be there with you. Losing weight. Just like you. But yeah. I don't know. I think that's it. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.